his, you said.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Elias here with Weekly Wrestling Heat. We are back with another episode.
Holy crap!
My God!
Do you know who wrote? Do you know who wrote "Sexy Boy"? Take a wild, at least who's accredited for writing HBK's theme, "Sexy Boy."
HBK.
Nope.
HBK.
Guess no, he's not. Guess who's credited to have written it? Take a wild. I want you to really get wild with your guesses.
Jeff Jarrett.
Bruce Pritchard.
Okay, Bruce Pritchard is a better guess than Jeff Jarrett. So one more guess.
Okay. Road Dogg.
Now you're colder. Did you not understand Bruce Pritchard was a good guess because he's not an active wrestler?
Vince McMahon.
Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette.
Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon was not the right answer, and Jim Cornette is not.
Cornette?
Jim Cornette's a better guess. Are you ready for me to tell you? You're gonna go what?
Dave Meltzer.
No way. No.
Dave Meltzer.
It's the Mouth of the South.
Jimmy Hart?
Jimmy Hart is the person that is at least accredited for writing "Sexy Boy." Guess who does the breaking vocals? You know, the high voice? Guess who that is?
Yeah.
Jimmy Hart. It says that it is Jimmy Hart doing the backing vocals for this. My world is just fucking blown up. I don't even understand this right now. That's crazy.
Wow.
So I'm not doing the Punjabi prison song. So I need you to give me another wrestler's theme that I can sing today.
All right.
Who else? Want me to do John Cena Word Life?
No, I want you to do Mark Henry, the 3-6 Mafia song.
Does he have okay, Mark, let me see if I can find it. Mark Henry theme lyrics. Okay. Mark Henry theme lyrics. Let me see if this is it from 3-6 Mafia.
Yep.
Yeah, 3-6 Mafia. Say what? 3-6 Mafia, it's going down. You know what time it is? We ain't playing with you. In the club, in the street. You know what time it is? Get ready for it. Step up. Ready, sir. Is that right?
Somebody gonna get the ass kicked. That's one.
Okay, yeah. So I just need Elias to now pump the music through the stream, and I can do these two themes: the Sexy Boy, Shawn Michaels, and the Mark Henry theme lyrics.
Hey, hold on.
Hold on. We're all holding on to our butts here. Okay. If you're watching right now, share, comment on this video.
I canceled. I almost got us canceled when you said holding on to our butts.
Holding on to our butts.
I've got the look that
drive the girls wild. Can you get the karaoke version? Go type in "Sexy Boy" karaoke, but don't put it on the naughty search engines, if you know what I mean.
Elias's wife's gonna walk in and be like, "Elias, what are you looking at?"
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I got the looks that drives the girls wild. Is that good?
Did Shawn Michaels actually sing it?
Yeah, it's accredited to Shawn Michaels as the lead vocals. I heard a rumor once that Vince McMahon has a version of it where he sings it. He has his own thing.
I don't remember that. I remember the Kurt Angle version. That one was good.
Kurt Angle's version is fantastic. I'm just a sexy Kurt. Ooh, ooh, I'll make your ankle hurt. With Sherry. With the sexy Sherry by his side doing that. That was a great moment. All right, did you find the karaoke?
Yeah, I sent it in the chat.
I sent it in the chat. I can't.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No,
what?
I changed my song.
What?
I want you to do 3 count because you didn't think they were top 10 faxing.
Who? 3 count? Oh, I'm not doing 3 count.
You're doing 3 count.
Hey, I can't. I need you to play the karaoke. So it goes in the I can hear it in my headphones, but I need you to play it through the stream. Can you push the audio through the stream?
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
We just lost all our viewers.
Yeah,
all 4.
All
Chris
of them.
Chris Delegadio's not even here today.
This is the moment that they're like, I don't want to show up for this. Matt singing? Oh, God, no. There you go. All right.
Chris Delegadio's not even here today. God damn it.
Hold on. It takes a minute to get started. Just, yeah. That's okay. Everyone quiet. Stay quiet, guys. Don't need you distracting me. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I got the looks that drive the girls wild. I got the moves that really move them. I sense chills up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy.
Sexy boy,
I'm not your boy toy.
boy.
I'm just a sexy boy.
Boy,
I'm not your boy toy.
boy.
I make them hot. I make them shiver. Their knees get weak whenever I'm around. They see me walk. They hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy Kurt. I'll make your ankle hurt. There you go. There you go.
Oh man.
I accept my defeat. I understand my loss. I hope you enjoyed that.
Oh
Why
man.
aren't you smiling more, Moise?
Because I don't think there's a 3-count karaoke version, so you're just gonna have to sing along to it.
Is it no? I'm not singing along to 3 count. We're not doing 3 count.
Why? They're a wrestling faction.
They're not. I don't even think they're real people.
Stain
sure they're
Helms.
Pretty
Stan Moore?
Shane Helms. You mean Jeff Hardy's stoner friend? That guy? Oh wait,
No,
that's
that
Shannon
was-
Moore.
That's
Shannon Moore. My mistake. My mistake.
He was also in the faction.
I get him easily confused. I'll just do the 3-6 Mafia. Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Somebody gonna get their wig split. That. Somebody gonna get their wig split. Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Somebody gonna get their wig split. Beat him up, break them neck, break his neck. Beat him up, break his neck. Wow, this is just lyrically golden. Like I never thought that I would be applauding Sexy Boy as a lyrical standard, but in comparison to this, wow. Good job, Jimmy Hart. Good job, Jimmy Hart, turns out. Gotta turn it up. What? 3-6 Mafia. We ain't playing around with you. Club in the street. You know what time it is. Get ready for it. Step up. Yes, sir. Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Somebody gonna get their wig split. Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Somebody gonna get their wig split. Beat him up, break his neck, beat him up, break his neck, beat him up, break his neck, beat him up. Oh, I was singing too early? Oh, I could have been freestyling right there and singing my own verse? Oh my gosh. I'll wait. There you go. I accept defeat.
All right. 8 minutes. I think we need to start.
There you go.
Oh man.
There you go. Cut the Sexy Boy one. Cut the Sexy Boy one and share it fucking everywhere. If you don't share that one everywhere, then I have wasted my time losing.
I will
bets.
be cutting this. I will be cutting this and putting it everywhere. All right, let's get unfortunate news this week or today.
I expect my children in like 10 years to be like, Dad, was this you? That's what I'm expecting. Okay. Just so we're clear.
All right, let's see. WWE has come to terms with the release of Samoa Joe, Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, Mickey James, Chelsea Green, Tucker Kalisto, Bo Dallas, Wesley Blake, and Mojo Riley. Is effective of today, April 15, 2021. WWE wish them all the best in their future endeavors.
I love that. I love that. They're just like, oh, we wish you the best. It's like, really? The best would be to be employed. That would be the best. If you wish me the best, keep me employed there, buddy. I'm just kidding.
You know, it's we talked about this in our chat earlier. I think it's good. Of course it's a bad thing when somebody loses their job. But I think it's a blessing in disguise for these people because most of them weren't being used to their full potential. You got people like Samoa Joe, Mickey James, Kalisto, Payne Royce, and Billy Kay.
Yeah.
Mojo, people with a lot of potential that weren't being used to the best of their ability. So it's one of those things that you hate seeing, but you want to see what's next for these people. I think we're going. I think we're going to see great things from these guys wherever they go. I'm excited for Chelsea Green, Mickey James, and Samoa Joe where they're going to land.
I've already got 2 dream matches ready. I want to see Daga and Kalisto, and I want to see Kalisto and Phoenix.
Kalisto and Phoenix, I want to see. I want to see Joe. I want to see
Have you watched
Joe
a lot of Daga?
Daga, yeah, he's the one that looks like a dragon, right?
Yeah, he's Tessa.
The scaly mask and stuff like that, right?
No, Daga didn't have a mask.
No, then I must be thinking of someone else. I need to look him up. Does he wrestle primarily for an owl?
No.
No. Well, he
was
used
on
to.
Impact. AAA mostly.
Samoa Joe is going to get picked up quickly. See, this is something that Moyes was trying to say. What's up, Kriston? How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining, hanging out, and watching and listening and also commenting. Samoa Joe, I don't know why WWE would not have kept him and legitimately just locked him down so he couldn't go somewhere else. He has name, he has draw, he has appeal. It seems weird to me. He must have really wanted to get out and wrestle and not be on commentary anymore because he was cleared to wrestle, correct?
Yeah, he was cleared to wrestle. I think he fell upon that. I would say he fell upon that Christian curse, in a sense where when Christian got all those concussions, got injured and all that.
So did Edge.
They kind of lit.
Yeah,
Edge retired.
So did Daniel Bryan.
No, but with Samoa Joe, after he did the commercial, he had a physical and he didn't pass it. That's what I remember reading.
I don't remember reading that. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you're correct. But I'm shocked. And I don't know how we don't see Samoa Joe on AEW immediately. I would actually almost prefer him go to ROH just because then they would have that guy at ROH that would give me a little more of a pull to go over and look at. Man, I'd love to see Samoa Joe show up at MLW. That would be exciting.
Would Andrade bring your eyes to ROH or no?
Yes, but he's actually going. From the looks of it, they're teasing that he might actually be doing NWA, because he did kind of tease wanting to go after the NWA championship against Nick Aldis. So I think that would be a good match. I see him doing that for a little bit and then probably going either to ROH, where his old stablemates of Los Ingobernables are. So it just depends. Samoa Joe would be a good name to put in ROH now that the resurgence system is actually growing because they're picking up steam. They were quiet for a little while, and now they're starting to pick up steam. Their name is starting to be thrown out a little bit more. So that's from the rumblings that I'm getting on my social media feeds.
I'm just excited to see what some of these people do. I'm not there's a few people that were released. I'm not saying this to be a jackass, but I don't care. It sucks in the sense of their livelihood and stuff. I wish them the best in general, but I wasn't watching them. I wasn't watching Billy Kay anymore. I wasn't watching Peyton and stuff like that. There's plenty of people. I wasn't watching Mojo. I literally forgot Mojo was a thing that happened that people cared about, sort of, mainly just to laugh at. I don't know. I think that this
really,
is
really
better,
good dude, though. Matt,
I'm
really
sure he is.
Dude.
I don't doubt that at all. But that's the thing is the majority of these people that get let go of it, you're right. They're not doing anything. And hopefully greener pastures are available to them. And we see them do something exciting. How cool would it be if Peyton and Billy Kay decided to do a tag team female run in ROH or even in Impact or in AEW or wherever they went to, and they changed the entire script. And instead of being iconics, there's something like badasses, and they kick everyone's tail and teeth in, and they're hard hitting, and just a complete change of character. You know what I mean? There's always that opportunity for this kind of stuff.
To and it's not a bad thing because look at Drew McIntyre, look at Jinder Mahal, look at
Drew McIntyre had to
Lashley.
leave. He had to leave to come back to become who he is today. I firmly believe that.
So having them leave, look at I guess the person that right now is the most successful, Jon Moxley. He was up there in WWE, but he left WWE and became a bigger star than he was in WWE. Drew McIntyre left, made a name for himself even more came back and look where he's at now. So it's not a bad thing. It sucks to hear them get released, that they got released. But I see for better things. I see better things than for them in the future in after these 90 days are up. So
we could spend
we'll
a
see
lot
where
of
they
time.
go.
Yeah, we could spend a lot of time talking about all these guys and all these gals getting released and stuff. I say we go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about the results.
NXT.
Let's talk about AEW and NXT. I did not watch enough NXT this week. I'll be
Of
honest.
course, you did not.
I tried real hard. Okay, I'm sorry. I was at work and it was a busy day at work. I didn't know what to expect, but it was a busy day, and
So just a quick thing before we go into it. AEW and NXT pulled up high records this week. AEW did 1.2 over 1.2 million, and then NXT did over 800K, which is really good. And also NXT trended number one in Twitter for the whole night. They never left number one on Twitter or any kind of social media. They were the highest rated social media interactions. So I think that the keeping them separate where it's going to work for both brands. They'll continuously grow. We'll see if they actually can maintain a crowd or if it's just all for show and play. So we'll see. Anyways, getting into let's kick it off with AEW first, and then we'll go into NXT. So all right. So, which I think we'll kick it off, which what I think was the match of the night in AEW, in my opinion, the AEW Tag Team Championship match, the Young Bucks versus the Death Triangle.
I disagree with that.
Ooh,
I disagree because, okay, Kristen says with regards to all of them will be fine. Obviously, the pop personality, they need to be in different places that can utilize. I agree. Good final statement to be said. Let me preface this. Okay. New Bucks did a promo.
Young
We're
Bucks.
different. The Young Bucks. What did I call them?
Oh, well, they technically
New
are the New Bucks, technically, because, now they're heels.
New Bucks, Young Bucks. We're like, we're different. We are different. We cut our tassels. We are different. And then what do they come out in? They come out in very, very, very similar guard. Okay, that was not different looking. It was white.
Matt, you are such a dork. Because the thing that which they were showing off. Okay.
And then instead of tassels on their foot, on their feet, on their legs, they wore tassels on their heads. Instead of like tassels, they had furry leggings. Okay, so my point is they weren't that much different. Their moveset wasn't that different. Their attitudes were not that different. Their personalities were not that different. Their double teams were not that different. Like, the reason why this match to me is not a good match is because one, it's predictable, and two, it was the same sort of stuff that you can expect to see. Like remember like the match between not Adam Cole, but Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor. That was so good because it was Pete Dunne. Finn Balor and Pete Dunne is who I was thinking of. That was so good because it was so different. It was so slow paced. It felt genuine in the way that they were wrestling. This match was the same flippy bullshit that we're used to, and I've never, ever been a Young Bucks fan. And this is why, because I feel like I watch the same match every single time, and people want to go gaga over it, which is fine. I get it. It is extremely athletic and impressive, the things that they do, 110%. But it's not surprising anymore when every match is an 8. The next 8, it just is very, very blah. And that's what this match was to me. This match was probably an 8. It was probably a 9. But you know what I would grade it? I would, honest to God, give it a 5.5 to a 6. If Rey Fenix and Pac would have won this match, if they would have won this match, I would be singing a completely different tune right now. If they had won this match, I would be saying that this was a match of the year. I would be saying that this is a match that everyone needs to look at when it comes to AEW. I would be singing a completely different tune, but it was predictable, it was samey, and it was just flippy bullshit. I've said my piece.
Matt, the sneakers they wrestled in were $1,500.
They're fake Dior's. People on Twitter are crapping.
No, that's
on them.
fine. That's gimmick. That's fine. I got no problem with gimmick. But that's not surprising for the Young Bucks. This isn't weird for them. That's not something they wouldn't do. That's not out of character for them.
When they turned heel in Japan, that's what like the rich white boys was their gimmick essentially.
Oh, look, they're back.
Yeah, so it is a different side. Whatever. I honestly think, like, just from the comments you made about that match, Matt, I think your match of the year candidate happened on NXT and you didn't watch it. I think Kushida and Santos Escobar is going to be your match of the year.
Yeah, I did watch that match, and that was a fantastic match. You know why it was fantastic? For the reason you're expecting me to say, right?
Title change. It wasn't flippy stuff. It's two cruiserweights, and they're actually technically wrestling. So yeah, no, I agree, dude. And you remember what I said last week, Matt? We like when we see different things in matches.
Yeah.
What that lion tamer with the head against the post? You don't see that every week. You don't see that every month. So I thought that was really cool. I wish it wasn't a roll up, but I can live with it.
You see, but I would rather a roll up than this. And then this match also pissed me off because the ending was fuckery, and I don't like that. I don't like fuckery, even when it's heels being fuckery, because we're done with the peeling off the mask gimmick to end a match. How many times has it happened to Penta now? It's been 3 to 4 times in 2 years. This is Phoenix. I get that. But I'm saying that this gimmick is played out because we've seen it 3 to 4 times in 2 years to Penta, correct? It's been at least 3 times, if not 4. At least 3. Like, and then they do it to Ray, which is I get it's like, oh man, I don't like him, but like, why did we spend 30 minutes with this match if the ending was just going to be a face mask reveal? Like, and I get the concept and the point where someone says, well, they didn't know what else to do, so they had to pull out that trick to like be able to win the match. And I understand the logic behind it, but like as a booker booking the match, that annoys me. That annoys me as a fan watching the match because I feel like you wasted my time in what I was watching, and I don't like that.
The Hangman Kenny tag match against the Young Bucks better than this?
The title one?
Yeah,
for sure.
So did I, and I think it was because Hangman's he's not what these 4 athletes brought to the ring.
At least you got something grounded. Like, it's crazy. Like, Pac, I think, was my MVP. Usually Ray Phoenix is my MVP, but I enjoyed the offense coming from Pac more than any of the other 3 guys because it was the most different of the bunch.
Yeah, and I think that's what I think made it the match of the night. Not match of the year, but match of the night. Seeing Phoenix and Pac actually be in their element. And as far as the Young Bucks, I don't see a change. I thought they were doing the same thing. I think they're still doing the same thing. They just said that they just became heels, which basically right now I feel they're just trying to basically what I think Callis and Omega and the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks are doing right now is just trying to relive their old New Japan days. So, all right, any more comments about that one?
It's working, right? Like, they're getting more viewers. It's getting talked about more. So it is working in a way, right?
It's working.
No, it's not. I disagree with more.
No, Matt, so I said they're getting more viewers, getting talked about more, right?
This week would have got the same views regardless, only because people wanted to see it's like the night after Mania buzz, and this was a night after Mania for AEW. I think that AEW, and you know what, the one thing that they did that I appreciated was they changed their intro. This felt like a new season, which they've done a good job at doing that at the end of pay-per-views. We said the same thing about after New Year's resolution. It felt like this was a first issue experience. I felt like this was a pretty good, like, we're getting into the second part of the season type of scenario, and that's what the new intro kind of signaled to me. It looked like, okay, we're changing pace a little bit, and I thought that, you know what, AEW, this is what they've done better in the last 4 weeks. I think I've said it almost every time. Their promos have gotten better. Their storytelling has gotten better. Their matches are the same, and whatever, because but the one thing they're doing better as well is that they're not using a match to get to a promo. They're just having promos, and I think that that's important.
So you want to see them more in the ring against the FTR Proud and Powerful types?
I don't want to see the Young Bucks anymore. I don't like the Young Bucks. I really do not like the Young Bucks. I really don't. I
Who
don't
should
like
be the
when
tag champ? Who should be the AEW tag champ right now in your book?
who should
FTR.
I don't think it should be FTR. I don't think it should be FTR. But
I would not.
I'll tell you
I
why.
wouldn't be mad against FTR. I think Pac and Phoenix should have won that. I think you gave them all the momentum, and I actually think that them winning gives them the Young Bucks better motivation to be dicks and to be heels, and it gives them like the ability for a feud with Ray Phoenix and Pac. So what happens to Pac and Phoenix now? They go to the end of the line, like someone else gets a shot. Like I get the concept of it, but like you've been building them for such a long time with so much momentum. Remember when we talked about? I was so shocked that Phoenix got the win over Matt or Nick or whoever it was, so clean, so cleanly. Only for him to tear off his fucking mask. Like, I don't like the Young Bucks. I do not like the Young Bucks. That's just the way it is. I'm just not a fan.
All right, let's get into the next match. Red Velvet versus Jade Cargill.
I think at one point JR said, it's hard to believe that this is only Jade's 4th wrestling match. And I was like, no, it's pretty fucking obvious. It's pretty why is she in the ring with people and not holding them when she drops them on their head? You better hate this woman, Moise, because you don't like Shotzi because you think she's reckless with her own body. This chick is reckless with other people's bodies. She is so. I
think Jade needs to stay on Dark Elevation and work her game. Yes, I agree.
Why do we even have these two off shows, Dark and Dark Elevation, if we're going to put these newcomers on TV front and go? Like, I get that they use them on. I don't watch Dark that much, and so I know that like Jade has wrestled on Dark before. I know that one of the other people, didn't Anthony Gogo, or no, this was his first match was on regular TV, right? Like, why aren't you elevating these people? Why aren't you showcasing them on your show that you're supposed to be showcasing new talent? Anyways, I did not like this Red Velvet versus Jade Cargill. I'm glad it was a pretty short match overall. And I think
there's money in both of them. I just don't think they're there.
I think there's money in Red Velvet. You can see Red Velvet carrying Jade. You can literally see Red Velvet trying to protect herself so that she can make Jade still look good. Like, don't like Jade. Not a fan of her. And yeah, just she's the type of heel. And I obviously it's working. I don't like her. It's working because she wins, I guess, because I don't like her. I'm saying that right now.
Anthony Ogogo versus Cole Carter. I think the ending to it kind of played on his boxing background.
I like that. I like the ending of this match. This was a good little squash match. It gave him all the starting momentum. They put him against a nobody, and he punched him in the gut really fucking hard. And the guy's like, I can't do this no more. And I like that because they allow.
Yeah,
exactly.
They sold it really good. I enjoyed it.
I liked it. I liked this match. For what it was.
All right, Chris Jericho versus Dax Harwood.
We're going so fast though. We're not talking about the promos. Like, we're just talking about the matches. This is something that AEW has done such a better job on. They have done a good job of having Chris Jericho come out, and I like what Jericho's doing with the pineapple thing. You know, we took an ass whipping from the pineapple, and then what's his name thinks of. He's like, hey, it's called the Pinnacle, and he's like, the Pinnacle. Like, it even got the announcer to giggle at it a little bit. Like the promo leading up to. I think it was in the middle of all these matches that we've talked about with the Young Bucks and Don Callis doing a super kick and them trying to kind of sell over that they're now assholes, which I still like. I get it. Okay. But maybe I don't. But like, if you need to work that hard to like convince someone that you're a heel, isn't that kind of like counterintuitive to being a heel? Right? Like, what are your thoughts?
I feel like this is everything they did in Japan. So I can't, if I liked it there, I can't hate it here.
Yeah, you can. You can be tired of it. You can be bored of it. That's literally what Elias doesn't like about this run with Kenny, the Young Bucks, BET. Like, that's literally what he's saying.
Elias doesn't like it because it's too long of a story.
No, Matt kind of hit the nail on the head. It's one of those. I've seen this side of the Bucks. I've seen this side of Kenny. When they were in Japan, the Good Brothers, they're basically, and I said it earlier, they're reliving their New Japan days because that's what made them popular. So they're cashing in on that popularity they had in Japan.
Also, there is a fans that did not, even though the Bullet Club was huge, There are plenty of fans that don't know the story of the Bullet Club. They just know like they're cool. That's all they know. So like I think that they have the ability to tell this story again and probably be okay for the most part. And the super fans of the Bullet Club and the super fans of Kenny, like they don't care. They just want to see it happen again anyways. Like I think they're fine with that too.
Well, they're picking up. To be honest, they're picking up on the way that they're teasing it, or they're trying to tease it. They're trying to pick up on the Civil War thing that happened before the Young Bucks and them and the Elite left New Japan to start AEW. So because when that happened, it was the OGs, which is Tamatanga, Tamalia, Haiku Leo, and all them, and Balak Fale turned on the Elite because of all the stuff that was going on between Kenny and Cody when they were fighting to who's the leader of the Bullet Club. So right now it just feels like they're trying to pick up traction on that so they could try to make something out of it in the long run to pay off, because eventually they're gonna, I guess, if the relationship with New Japan is good, you're gonna see eventually the Bullet Club in AEW, or you're gonna see somebody like Kota Ibushi come to AEW and get some hype over it. So
man, I would love to see Dakota, and I mean, there's some definite dream matches there. But like, I think what I'm trying to say, one of the things that I'm trying to like make vocal about this opinion that I'm having, that's very, I think aggressive to a certain extent, obviously. But like, one of the things I'm trying to say is like, this isn't selling me on the fact they're heels. Like, I already know they're heels. I already know it. Like even Team Taz does a better job of like their promos, and that was the other one about that happened in between. I think this maybe it came after Chris Jericho, maybe not, but like the Team Taz, watching them implode from the inside is a fun storyline that's happening in the world of Team Taz. It's fun. Taz is like I don't know like if Taz took some chill pills, but I love Taz on the mic right now. I love him on the microphone.
Yeah.
I love him in the backstage promos. I love that the moment Ricky Stark starts talking, Taz is like, hey, Ricky, just calm down. Please, we just need you to stop for a second. And then Brian Cage starts talking. He's like, hey, Brian, I'm sorry. I don't want to do this in front of both of you, but please, I need you both just to chill out and not come out there with it. Like, he is so straight-faced and serious. He literally reminds me of an angry father. He's doing an underratedly good job being a pissed-off leader of wrestlers that he kind of knows aren't that good, and I love it. He
reminds me of Ice Cube and Are We There Yet? That's what he reminds me of.
He's just a pissed off dad. I love it. Anyways, let's go on. Anthony, go. Let's go to Chris Jericho, Dax Hardwood. This was a better match than this was a better match is a little exaggerative. I was gonna say it's a better match than the opening match. It wasn't a better match. It was a much different match. It was a fun match. It had the stuff in it that I think needed it to get over. It had a little bit of the Mike Tyson stuff that was fine. It had I thought it was weird. I don't know. The whole ending felt rushed, but it also was a long match. So it's weird. It felt rushed, but it was a long match. Like I don't know why that was.
I think my favorite part of it was when Cash Wheeler got knocked out by Mike Tyson. He sold that hit really good.
His arms in the air just look so good. So good.
So, Matt, so if the Pinnacle doesn't go over at Blood and Guts, you're going to be very disappointed in the storyline, is what I'm getting, right?
Yeah, but they're not. They're going to go over. They're going to go over for Blood and Guts. Something's going to happen.
I don't think they are.
You think they put together the group just to have them lose immediately, like Team Taz style?
I think Sammy's going to get the pin on MJF, and Sammy's going to excel from everyone in this.
I don't think so. I think they're going to push. Like, I think the one thing we've learned about AEW in the time that they've been around, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they like 6-month-long storylines. Like, everything that they've done when it was the young or the Inner Circle versus the being the Elite, that lasted nearly at least 4 months, at least 4 to 5 months, and it was cut out differently because of COVID and stuff. But like, there's no way that they want this to go to one pay-per-view. There's no way. This is going to be a 2 to 3 pay-per-view type thing. Blood and Guts is the kickoff of the gang warfare style of it. And then after this, we see the individual matches lead up from this as well, I think.
The Stadium Stampede or something? Yeah,
well, no, this is their Stadium Stampede. They're doing it backwards comparatively to what they did with being the Elite and Inner Circle. Instead of doing the one-on-one matches, team matches against them and then doing the Stadium Stampede, they're doing the Stadium Stampede first, which is then going to fall into the singles matches and stuff and the tag matches. I think is what's going to happen. It makes no sense. You're going to like this whole feud is going to end before FTR goes against what's his name?
Ortiz and Santana.
Yeah, Ortiz and Santana. No way.
No,
way.
I think we're gonna. I agree with Matt. I think we're gonna see the inner circle go over, and then it leads to more matches.
Pinnacle's going over.
Well, like my boy Gary the King said, I'd agree, but then we'd all be wrong.
Aren't you hilarious, Moyes? Chris Statlander coming back against Amber Nova. This was a very fine elementary squash, and there's nothing to be said about it in my opinion.
Amber did so much better.
For what happened, Amber Nova looked decent. This isn't the best that I've seen her at, but I enjoyed it.
I don't like Chris Statlander.
I don't care for her either. I don't understand her. She's weird. I think okay, and I know that she had a spell with depression, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean I want to walk on delicate ground a little bit because I thought she wasn't all there when watching her. I didn't like her mannerisms. I didn't like her selling to the audience and to camera. Rewatched that match a little bit and like she looks like she's not there.
But she's also an alien, so is that part of it?
Not sure. I don't know. I really don't. I'm asking you guys if you know.
So then we see the promo with Team Taz. Do we think that Team Taz is gonna implode in the next month or so? Because it looks like they're building Hobbs. They're building Hobbs to be a powerhouse. So do we think that I almost forgot. They confronted Christian, and Christian said no, that he can't get championships, not to be part of Team Taz.
I loved the back and forth between them, by the way. I loved it.
That bingo hall money. Yeah, the other money too. Taz looked pissed. Taz looked mad.
I think Christian went off script when he's like, I'm glad you're standing on the stairs because I can say this to your face.
If I was to stand on my wallet, I would still. That was a pretty good line from Taz, like as like a comeback. That was a pretty good comeback.
But Christian shut it down quick with that. Yeah, that bingo hall money, right?
Oh yeah, it was perfect. Perfect. It really was. It was great. It was fantastic. But somebody's outside my door knocking on it over and over, and I keep saying, knock it off, and they're not listening. I'll talk to him in a minute. But I don't like Hobbs. I need to see more from him. Not liking him is the wrong word. I'm just I'm hesitant. I'm not sold on him. I'm hesitant on him and Hook. And I'm curious as to what this means for Ricky Starks and Brian Cage, because they were told to like, hey, I need you guys to stay back. And it still imploded. Okay, he's like, I don't want you guys to come out there because I don't want you to say anything that you might regret. And then it turns out it didn't work out anyways. So it's like it didn't matter if they were out there or not. Same result would have happened. So why did you keep them out? Obviously, it was to give Hobbs the rub. But I wonder if anything happens from this, like, hey, why did you not let us be a part of you doing that? Like, why were we left in the back? I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens.
You know what's weird is before Christian left, the rumor was Christian was going to work a program with Big E. So similar build with Will Hobbs. So I wonder if maybe whatever they had written, he's just going to basically give it to AEW. Yeah.
Is he the mole? The opposite mole?
And then Big Show's going to try to corrupt it? Yeah, I don't know. Something like that.
Okay. Darby Allin versus... Who wants to go first? You seemed like you had a lot to say about this.
Fuck this match. Okay. Growing up, I was always a Hardy Boys fan. And I was one of the few that liked Matt more than Jeff growing up. When Matt was in Impact, he turned heel when he turned on EC3, and it was a double turn. He did the twist of fate with the steel share, same way he got Darby on the stage. That didn't end the match. So I'm already pissed at this point because me and Matt like concise finishes. So that's to the end of the match. If that's not going to end the match, the leg drop off the ladder onto concrete should end the match. That didn't end the match. And then all of a sudden, Darby is Super Cena all of a sudden and freaking kicking at everything and fucking hits this coffin drop that, yeah, it looked cool, but I don't care because I think Matt Hardy should have won this match 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
I'm not going to disagree. I think this is a consensus. The match should have ended either with the twist of fate with the chair or the leg drop because
people are going to turn on
that's
Darby if they keep doing this.
yeah, they're going to get that.
His good looks. His good looks are only going to carry him so far.
Well, it's going to get that John Cena or that Roman Reigns. Like, oh, you're trying to push this guy on us, and we're ready to see something else happen apart because it's the same sequence. You always see Darby Allin do something big off of something. When they did the street fight with Sting, he did the coffin drop from the top of the second story onto the piece of wood that took out Brian Cage. Now you have him jumping from the top of the staging area to the bottom of to the announcer's table with Matt Hardy in it. So it's like,
you know what Jeff Hardy got over? Because Jeff Hardy and Matt lost to the Dudley Boys multiple times. They lost to Edge and Christian. They lost to APA. They lost to TNA, like Taz and Albert. They lost to all those guys multiple times before they got their redemption. And Matt, you're laughing, but is anything I'm saying wrong?
No, it's just the way that you said, like, I when was the last time anybody said Test and Albert? When was the last time anybody said that? When?
Man.
It hasn't happened in a minute. I know, but
it's been a while.
Taz,
I agree with you.
Very underrated big boot by Taz.
Oh, absolutely underrated. I completely agree with you. I love Darby Allin, and the moment he hit the twist of fate with the chair, why sell it? Why even hint at it? And this is something that we've said multiple times, and I'm a firm believer in. Why go through with something that you're not going to use as a money shot, if you will? I'll use a little bit of lingo from other professions, but why do that? Because you could have saved that move. You could have saved that, and you could have had a rematch at a pay-per-view, and you could have hinted at it. You could have been like, well, what if he would have hit it? Bullshit like that. And then he does hit it at a pay-per-view match, and he does win. Otherwise, like, what's the point? I get it. It's wrestling. I get it. So, like, there's only so far we can go with this sort of conversation.
Matt Hardy doesn't need a fucking 4-month title reign. He could easily have lost it 2 weeks later back to Darby.
Or somebody,
somebody else.
To Scorpio,
I think Miro's taking the title off of him.
It would have been much more better to have Miro beat Matt Hardy than it will be to have Miro beat.
But you can't do heel versus heel, right?
That doesn't matter anymore. It's 2021.
Scorpio and Ethan Page
he just kicked out of a goddamn twist of fate with a chair.
Scorpio and Ethan Page are too busy getting ready to job out to Lance Archer.
Right. That was a dumb. Okay, let's talk about the match a little bit more in detail. And we got to get to NXT because I didn't watch it, so I'm just going to hear you guys talk about it anyways. But the breakout moment where like it turned into a battle royale for a little while. I didn't hate that all that stuff, but it was just kind of stupid. It was just kind of big brawly, which is weird because we're gonna have a blood and guts match soon. So like, why sell that now, right? Like, why not wait to have the big brawl stuff when you have a big brawl thing?
Do you think they do 2 blood and guts matches?
What do you mean?
Like, NXT does 2 war games. Like, obviously there are women.
Do a men's and a women's.
No, but AEW doesn't have a women's roster. So
yeah. I don't think no. That's what I understood. I didn't understand what the blood and guts match was until tonight, where it's just war games, right?
Yeah, war games.
Which I love.
It's the original name for it.
War games was originally called Blood and Guts.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I never heard that before.
Before it turned into war games for when WCW bought it or something along that path.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Elias, you are always just just full of knowledge. Just always.
Yeah, this guy loves war games matches, but he hasn't seen Pat McAfee's yet. Next.
So I mean, I think in this instance, it's one of those things that you kind of the match itself wasn't bad, but I agree the Hardy family's office and the Dark Order getting involved was a little bit of an overkill in my opinion.
I dig the name Matt Hardy office. I dig that name, Matt. The Hardy family office. I dig that.
Yeah, I don't know. I really, when you do stuff like that, especially in a chair, if the chair spot, the twist of fate on the chair spot would have been done on somebody else, it would have been the end of it.
You assume
you're kind of you assume,
Yeah.
So now that Darby Allin kicked out of it, and the match kept going, it's like you're kind of under diminishing the value of that spot. So it's like,
Now we
I'm
gotta
curious.
believe people. Now we gotta believe people lose to the regular Twist of Fate, but Darby, catches it on concrete with the steel chair in his neck and kicks out.
He doesn't have a different finisher. Like Twist of Fate is still his like finisher. Like the side, what's it called? Side effect that's a transitional move.
That's a signature.
That's just a signature. But like Twist of Fate is like the move. And I want to know. This is like me with the booking hat, and you're very curious. Like I'm really curious who said no to that and who introduced that spot. Like, was it Matt Hardy saying like, no, I believe in Darby Allin. I'm fine with this. Or was it somebody above Matt Hardy saying like, we want him to kick out no matter what? He's going over 100%.
Jericho is really high on Darby, and before Matt Hardy came, he was like, yo, I really want you to check out this Darby Allin kid. He reminds me a lot of your brother. So.
Yeah. So, interesting thing before we go into interesting breaking news before we go into the NXT segment. Mauro Ranallo is returning to commentate on wrestling for one night, and you're not going to believe the company, and you're not going to believe where. It's this Saturday or
With
Sunday.
JBL? No way.
No. He's coming back for Impact Rebellion for the Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann title match.
Holy mozzarella!
God, he is gonna cry. He's gonna have an erection 4 minutes in, dude.
I have just died in this building. My soul is no longer with me. Holy mozzarella!
Yeah. So,
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia!
All right, so let's get into NXT. So I really enjoyed
It's a good get for him. That's a good get for him. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it now.
Yeah, it makes you want to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Anyways, Karrion Kross opens up. Karrion Kross opens up NXT. I thought he delivered a great promo. Scarlett looks gold as always with him. So
I have nothing to say on promos. They're dumb. Who even watches promos anymore? That's one of the most overdone things in professional wrestling nowadays is promos. It's like, why even bother?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a good promo.
I just want to annoy you guys right now. That's all. I'm just trolling. I'm trolling NXT. AEW did it better.
I think. All right, so we did that. That happened.
He had a flub in the very beginning of that promo that almost completely destroyed it. And
he did.
That was great. He's like, I told you, time goes around. What the fuck does that mean? Time goes around? You mean like on a goddamn clock? Like you're gonna run out of time too? Then, like, what the fuck are you saying? Time comes around. Okay.
I like the fact that he basically said, if you want it, come get it.
I did like that.
Like that.
Elias, stop underselling me making fun of this man. Stop it. Let me have my moment.
I thought it was funny when he was like, once you get to the top, you can go higher. And I'm like, huh?
Yeah, he said that too. Yeah, I agree. Come on. You cannot tell me this guy is good on the microphone. He's not. No,
I think Scarlett should have done the promo, in my opinion, because, I mean, she's $1 million.
What? Never mind. Just continue.
Anyways, then we get the NXT Championship, Tag Team Championship match between
What a better tag match. What a better tag match than what AEW opened up. Why? Two reasons. It didn't last a half hour, and it never reached a point of crescendo. It allowed you to believe that the MSK won it because they were better, and they were never pushed to a limit that they couldn't overextend themselves, and it wasn't a 30-minute match. Like, had this match gone on longer, the expectation of the other team to win grows larger. And had they like done something that made it look like they took them out, once again, the expectation is that the other team should win, but that never, ever happened. This was MSK's match from start to finish. They just had moments where they weren't in control, and that was it. Like, such a better tag.
And then the distraction from Alexander Wolf. So I'm guessing Imperium is gunning after people, target more people. So afterwards, they took out Killian Dane. Imperium took out Killian Dane, so it's like,
do we care about Imperium without Walter?
No,
I kind of do.
No, no, we don't. No. Who the hell? Who do you care about? Who? Tell me who. Who do you care about? I want to know, Elias. Who do you care about?
The tag team.
The tag
Oh,
team.
yeah.
The tag team.
The ones that stand behind Walter? Them? Exactly.
I mean, that's the. I guess they're trying to recruit a new member, or they're trying to do something. But it is what it is. Mercedes Martinez versus Jessie Kamea. I think this is a good squash match to make Mercedes Martinez look bad. The spot that she had where she was trying to choke Robert Stone out was pretty funny to me.
I thought Jessie Kamea looked like $1 million except for what you were wearing.
I didn't like what's his name? Nigel, or not, why do I keep wanting to call him Nigel McGuinness? I have no idea why. I don't know. Wade Barrett. Maybe that's why. I don't think that's why though. I didn't like what Wade said at the end of it when he said, "Oh, this is a stick up or whatever." Like made it kind of sound like she was mugging him. I don't know why I didn't like that, but I didn't appreciate that comment. I didn't think that helped Mercedes Martinez. Like, I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking that? Do you see what I'm saying or not?
I think Raquel is slowly turning face, and they want to turn Mercedes heel. So
heel, like a monster heel.
Yeah.
No, she's not tall enough to be a monster heel. She's not tall enough.
So before that, we get a clip of the aftermath of the Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly match.
This was so bad. This was so bad.
It didn't start bad. And then when they're going through the hospital, he's like, "I'm gonna kill you," as he's stuck there, and Kyle's just like, "Oh, whatever, man, whatever. I won. I got the 3 count."
I think
if you look at William Regal as they're walking through in the hotel in the footage, you see him just like, "This was not a good idea." Like, could you imagine in real life if like two like I don't know like gangs shot each other up and like they're wheeling right next to each other and like their parents are like right next to them just like our kids and they're just like, "Why'd you shoot my kid? Why'd you shoot my kid?" And they're just walking by and like, "Oh shit, this is."
That's how it felt. That's how it felt. Honestly,
they don't need to extend this feud.
I don't think this was about extending the feud. I kind of think I don't know what's going to happen for sure, but I don't think this was a surefire extending of the feud. I don't think that's what this was.
Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Also, whatchamacallit, not Bobby Fish, but
Roger Strong.
Roger Strong left NXT with Marina. So I don't know what's going on.
So he's going to be joining the 24/7 Congo line while,
No, there's no 24/7 Congo line anymore. What are you talking about?
I think Roderick Strong is going to debut on SmackDown. That's what I think. That's pretty much.
I think you're going to debut on SmackDown.
This time,
I would love to debut on SmackDown.
if he's on SmackDown, this time next year he's not on the roster.
Yeah, he'll be cut after next Mania so that he can go back to ROH.
Yeah. No, I don't know what you do with him, but I feel like if Cole,
he should have got a run. He should have got a run at the NXT title. They should have used him. They should have used him. They should use Adam Cole. They should use Kyle O'Reilly. They should still use Pete Dunne. They should use Tommaso Ciampa. Like, there are still so many people that can still get over and get a title run. And I know Ciampa's already have it, so you don't have to go with him. Cole's already had it, so you don't have to go with him. Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong both have never had the title, right?
Yeah,
Roderick Strong had the North American title.
Yeah,
North American title.
But they could all have more title runs. They could all have feuds. They could all there's money in those 4 people. Like, just
I don't
back
know.
And forth.
I don't know what to expect from this. I have my thoughts on that one. Anyways, moving on. I think this could possibly be a candidate for match of the year. Kushida versus Santos Escobar.
Hey, who called this last week, guys? Kushida's going to lose to Pete Dunne and then win the Cruiserweight title within a month.
And I said that was never going to happen. I said that he needed a little more momentum building up into it, is what I said. You know what it was, though? You know what it really was? It was he took the pants off and he was wrestling in shorts. So he was more limber and he was capable of doing those sorts of maneuvers. Like with pants on, really hard to do a roll up. I don't know if you know this. I tried many times. Look at how many children I have. I can tell you right now, without pants on, way easier to do a roll up. Telling you. Simple science.
I think this match had the perfect amount of high spots, technicality, and action.
That was a good joke. You can enjoy it, Moise. Moise, you can enjoy it.
I love this match. I don't think we're worthy enough to make comments on this match.
Wow, that is heavy comments. That is. Moise, it was a good match. It was a very, very good singles one-on-one match. Was
my favorite match of all time is Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 21.
Okay, that's a good match.
And I think this was really good too.
Wow, you almost broke down. You almost broke down. You almost broke down right now.
I really like this match.
I thought Walter versus Ciampa was better.
I did too, but I knew Ciampa was going to lose.
Okay, I agree with you. See, this is what we're talking about. This is what I was talking about with the Rey Fenix thing. So, like, you know what, Moise? You know what? You're right. This is match of the year candidate right now.
But when you watched this match, when Kushida came out, I know you were thinking that. You're like, God damn it, I hope he loses just for the fact that Moise predicted this. And it happened.
This was a good match.
What's funny is that he's not wrong though.
This was as surprising as Rhea winning. I thought.
Yeah.
I did not think Rhea's going to win that match. I did not. Still, I'm.
I didn't think so neither. I had my doubts. I thought that they were going to keep Escobar's reign a little longer before he lost the title. So this was a complete shocker. And even I think we were doing the show. After the show, I was like, y'all need to go watch NXT now because I saw the spoilers on my Twitter.
Oh, is this what you were talking about when you said, oh my gosh, and then Moise is like, don't fucking say nothing or I'll come over there and I'll cut you.
You know what I thought it was, man. I thought Elias had another like caring dad moment. He was like, oh, look at all three of my daughters in the middle of the ring when Rhea.
That was a great
Bianca,
moment. That was a really
good moment though.
That was so good. That made up for everything, and like not even made up for anything because they didn't do anything wrong. Like it was just such a good way to end. It showed like you know what it showed? It honestly showed everything good that NXT has done. Like I know I shit on them for like their use of like male talent, especially, and how they just like throw them in there and then they're gone in 2 months and stuff like that. But like, holy crap, holy, so good, just so good. It was very good.
What made it good was the fact that you see 3 women that started in the developmental system, and now where they're at, it's a good feel good moment.
And the best part about it is that you look at those 3 women and you feel comfortable with where they're at. There has been multiple times where they try to force a individual that went through their developmental program that they try to push to the top so that they can say that they made a star out of them. Right.
I want an example.
Yeah.
Give me 5 minutes and I'll pull you up some great champions who shouldn't have got the championship.
No, I'm talking women. I'm not talking.
Oh, women. I'll have to look real quick. Give me Nia Jax. Come on. Nia Jax is not that great. And she came through the system, right? And they push her heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was all to get Bayley over and it worked.
It was not all to put Bayley over.
Bayley was been over though.
Yeah, Bayley came over.
But Bayley got over with the adult fans because the adult fans hated Nia so much.
I don't know about that.
No,
I don't know about
that. The match that got Bayley over was her matches with
Sasha against Brooklyn. Yes, I know that's what
I think. Paige. I think Paige is a candidate. I know that like we have like a weird love, or I know that like fans love Paige. I get it. I don't know. I don't understand it 100% because Paige is not bad by any stretch. She's not great. Bellas are another example.
They never had the NXT titles.
They weren't around during the NXT time, but they did get the Diva Championship and they pushed them to the front. Why? Because they're homegrown material.
We're talking about Triple H. We're not talking about Vince.
No,
but that's my whole point. Is that we've had people that have been thrust down our throats to say, look at how great they are, when they're obviously not all that great. And this is a case of the opposite. It's like they started in their program, they learned their ropes, they developed their style, and now look at them right now. Like, that was cool.
I really think this is kind of like the passing.
Let's go, Moise. Come on, let's go. Me and you, 1-on-1 right now. Come on, bring it.
I think this is like the passing of the torch for the new generation of women, by having them come up and actually win the titles like that. I think people like Charlotte, Sasha, Becky have did their time. They've been dominant since what, 2016, 2017, when they started the women's revolution.
Poor Sasha Banks.
But I mean, they put in the time. They got the titles. You have Charlotte 13 times. You have Bailey with
at least 3, I think, maybe
3
4.
or 4. Sasha with like 6 title reigns.
Look at Sasha's pay-per-view record, though. It's real bad.
Yeah, but she gets over.
I completely agree.
It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter.
I loved that feud between Sasha and Charlotte. It made them both stars in my book. Like, I wanted to see every pay-per-view match. I was watching Raw at that time. I was watching their televised matches because I wanted, like, Remax, cool. I want to check out this match, and then fucking Banks wins on that first one, and then immediately they go back to another pay-per-view, and Charlotte wins, and then Banks wins again on TV. Like, that was, I think it went for 4 months, maybe even 5 months. I'd need to look back.
4 or 5 months. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what an exciting time between those two. That was so cool. But look at the record for pay-per-view wins. It's just
no.
It's just all losses. Like,
yeah, she's always had a bad record when it comes down to pay-per-views, but the big moment, she's always got this. She's still been part of the biggest moments in the last couple of years for women.
Was the Dexter Loomis thing, was that any good? I didn't watch that match. I honestly, I'm pretty underwhelmed on the way. I'm pretty underwhelmed.
Before we move on, we also saw the debut of Frankie Monet, which is Taya Valkyrie, which was a pretty decent promo by her. I enjoyed the interaction because, I mean, me being Hispanic, I understand the language, but I did enjoy her saying, "Hey, like, if when Raquel was like, hey, you're lucky I'm in a good mood. If not, I would shove this dog up your culo," and Taya sold the reaction pretty well, and then said, "I'll be seeing you around every week," and it was a good interaction to introduce a character.
Is she good? Is she good?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She backs it up in the ring.
She kind of looks a little like Natalie. She has a Natalie mixed with like a does that look like Maurice? Mrs. Wife?
Natalia Maurice mix. Yeah.
I'll look her up.
So, all right.
Watch her stuff with Brian Cage and Lucha Underground.
Oh, okay. She's on Lucha Underground?
Yeah.
Impact.
Was she on season 1 of Underground?
Yeah. She was with Johnny Mundo.
I watched season 1. I'll have to re-watch it a little bit to remember.
I think she came in at the end with like when Johnny Mundo debuted.
I watched Johnny Mundo. I watched Johnny Mundo in there, so I'll have to check it out. I'll have to rewatch it. She looks oddly familiar, but I can't tell if that's because she looks like all. She was in Impact
as well.
All ego Ethan Page tweeted out Frankie Monty is money, which I find interesting.
Yeah, no,
good job being a heel, Ethan Page. Watch the competitor and give them props. Good job being a heel. You're doing great. Wonderful job.
All right, I think you're gonna be over. So moving on, I think this match was really underrated in a sense. Leon Ruff versus Isaiah.
This was so good.
This was one of the. Yeah, when you get a chance, you need to watch this match. I think this is one of the ones that was really underrated. Both guys performed well. They went to the back. There was a spot where Leon Ruff threw that roll-in box into Isaiah Swerve, and he sold it like a champ too. So I think this match was pretty good. Swerve got the pin, so we go from there. And yeah, Dexter Loomis versus Dexter Loomis, Bronson Reed, and Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart versus The Way. I think this was a pretty good match to spotlight everybody. It made everybody look good. I really laughed at the spot with Indy and Dexter when she was like when she literally acted like she was out I think it was not Gargano but
Austin Theory was in the
Austin
sleeper
Theory.
hold.
Yeah, it was in the sleeper hold, and then she just acted like she went out, and Dexter Loomis tried to get her, and then she did it again on the ringside, and Dexter Loomis just carried her off, and she like literally was like acting like she was out, and then she like turned to the camera and like winked and threw the thumbs up, and then acted like she was hurting again.
It
So
was
I think
very.
that
It was very AJ Lee Kane.
yeah.
I don't like The Way. I've
Of
decided
course,
that
you don't like fun. We get it.
That's
you don't
bullshit.
like fun.
That's not true. That is not true at all. I'm a very fun guy. Okay.
I will
You know,
say
like-
this.
Johnny
Okay.
Gargano reminds you of you as a dad. That's why you don't like The Way. Anytime
don't
your kids
agree
want to
with
have
that.
fun, you always just, anytime the kids want to have fun, you're always just doing them down.
I just don't care for it. I just don't care. I just don't care.
I will say this. This match had a lot of spots where intergender wrestling was done, and it was done to the correct taste, and it was done in the correct way.
They let men and women wrestle each other in this match?
Yeah, certain spots. There was a spot where
Who were the teams?
it
was The Way versus who?
Bronson
Dexter
Reed,
Loomis.
Dexter Loomis, and Shotzi and Ember.
Oh, so Moise also hated this match as much as I did. And I didn't even watch it. I didn't watch this match at all.
You know, I hated this match, but I love Indy so much that it made up for it.
You're supposed to be on my side.
Dude, there was this
I
one
will say,
part where Shotzi was telling Bronson to throw her outside, and I was like, God damn it, Bronson, don't do it, dude. They're gonna think you messed up the spot.
I actually thought that was a good spot.
That's the truth, though.
Crossbody.
That's good.
Yeah, no, he landed on target. There was a spot that I like where Candice LeRae did a suicide dive to Dexter Loomis on ringside. And then there was another spot where Ember Moon hit the Eclipse on Austin Theory, which was pretty cool to see. And then a comical spot was when Candice tried to do a crossbody off the top rope onto Bronson Reed and just bumped off. Like
She tried to superplex him too.
yeah, she tried to superplex him too.
I might have to look up some highlights.
It was a fun.
It
It was
was-
a fun match.
It was a fun match. And then also, Candice LeRae got a tornado DDT on Dexter Loomis outside the ring, which was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Also, there was this. They showed this on the Twitter afterwards, but it was the backstage interview with Candice and Indy, and she's like, "So what did you and Dexter do after the match?" And she's like, I can't tell you right now, but I'll text you the details." And Johnny's like, "No, you are not going to text her. You are not going to use your unlimited text messages." It was so good.
You're not gonna have girl talk while you're here. It was such a good spot to see. Interview to see. Then all of a sudden, Candice LeRae walks off with talking on the phone, and I'm guessing they're gonna have some kind of swerve on that. So that was pretty much the highlights of that match.
Sounds like a pretty good 2 nights of wrestling overall.
Oh yeah,
I think that this week the better wrestling show was NXT, and I think the better television show storylines was AEW.
yeah, I agree. I think that we could say that.
Yeah,
Watching-wise,
NXT didn't project any storylines going forward this week.
That's what Raw did too, right? Like from what I heard, I did not watch Raw, but like it was a weird night after Mania show, right?
Except
Yeah,
for
it
Charlotte,
didn't
they
feel-
didn't project anything forward.
So same thing
Yeah,
with NXT. Odd, interesting. Maybe they're, I don't know why. I was gonna give them like some sort of like benefit of the doubt, but like maybe it's because they just literally don't have plans right now. Maybe they're really kind of because they don't know
Well-
what they're gonna do when it comes to where they're gonna be
Well,
performing.
there's rumors going around that another draft is coming for the brands. So,
Ugh.
yeah.
How do you
So
feel
we
about a
might see
draft?
change.
Are you a fan of the draft?
I think it creates possibilities, but I want to see Raw pick up on better storylines. So if it helps Raw get better, I think if it helps Raw, then I'm all for it. Other than that, I'm just like meh.
I agree with that.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week's show. I want to do before we get offline. I want to thank Matt for joining us for this WrestleMania season. Taking time out. This would be Matt's last episode, not final episode.
Until Blood and Guts.
Until Blood and Guts. Or
when is Blood and Guts?
In like 4 weeks.
It's in like 4 weeks. Blood and Guts is in 4 weeks, and I will be. What will I be doing? I'm trying to figure out. I'd like to come on and figure out because like that'll be baby's here. We'll see. If nothing else, I'll give you my rundown and I'll have you like just announce what my thoughts are. But because I don't think Blood and Guts it's not supposed to be a pay-per-view, right? Am I wrong? Is it a pay-per-view? When's the next AEW pay-per-view?
No idea.
AEW's next pay-per-view is end of May, but But Blood and Guts is the next big show they're gonna build to. Yeah.
Okay, so the 5th, I will not be on that show. There's no way I'll be on that show. On Thursday the 6th, that's going to be
on the Blood and Guts show.
Yeah, my baby might literally be born on the 5th or 6th.
Oh yeah, then. This will be his final show for a while.
For a while.
We'll try to have him come back on.
Thank you,
probably SummerSlam.
Elias.
SummerSlam time. SummerSlam
possibly.
Time. We'll have you.
Thank you, Elias, for having me on. I know what it's like to run a podcast, and I appreciate the effort and all the time that you put into this so that me and Moise literally just have to show up and look pretty, one of us more so than the other one. We both show up. But I appreciate that a lot because it's honestly the backbone of people like you that really help put these shows together because I didn't push anything. I show up and I literally talking to a microphone. Mostly I annoy you and you put up with it. And that's literally what I'm here for. So I appreciate you letting me annoy you for the last 2.5 months. It's been a great time. We've talked about a lot of wrestling. I've learned about your guys' likes and dislikes. I really appreciate it. Moise, thank you for being a fun co-host. Honestly, like it is a great time to talk wrestling with anybody, but it's a better time to talk wrestling with friends. And that is what I was able to do for the last 2.5 months. So thank you guys for having me on and I appreciate it a ton. So until next time.
Until the next time, Moise, anything else before we sign off?
No, thank you, Matt. I'm kind of scared because I just read what this Aleister Black backstage promo thing's going to look like. It's supposed to be him being abused as a kid. So I'm kind of scared of how they're going to do this. So,
I
fun stuff to talk about.
I think I want him to get paired up with Alexa Bliss with this new character to go against the Fiend. I think it's something.
Alexa's going to go against the Fiend? What?
Well, she turned on the Fiend. So
she turned on the Fiend when?
WrestleMania.
That was a turn.
Yeah, that was a turn.
That was supposed to be. That was supposed to be a turn.
Yeah.
Wait, I got one more story to tell before we end. So 2 things. My oldest daughter, who's 14, Seth Rollins came on versus Cesaro, and she's like, "Oh, we want Cesaro to win, right?" Because she knows I'm not like the biggest Seth Rollins fan. I was like, normally we would want Cesaro to win, but tonight we want Seth Rollins to win because I have a bet on this match and I don't want to lose. And then we were watching, and she's like, "Wow, this is a really good match." I was like, "This is a good match." And then as it like kept going, I was like, "I think I'm going to lose this match." And she's like, "No, I think Seth's got this. I think Seth's going to win this match." And I was like, "I'm not sure." And then obviously Cesaro won. And I went on her Twitter or her Instagram feed after WrestleMania was all over or whatever, and I didn't notice, but she posted a picture of Cesaro winning, and she had one of those like whatever faces, and it warmed my heart because it meant my daughter cared about me losing my bet. So I really appreciated that. And then when it came to the Fiend, she was like, "That was dumb." And I was like, it was very dumb. It was very, very dumb.
I don't know what their target audience is with the Fiend. Kids don't like it. Adults don't like it.
The hell.
So I read something online today that said that win losses don't hurt the Fiend because they're trying to kind of like make them the next big attraction.
Like an Undertaker?
So-
Because guess what
Like an
sold the
Undertaker.
Undertaker to everybody? Was it his fabulous loss record? Is that what people wanted to see at WrestleMania
Matt,
when it came to
you
the
know what
Fiend?
Elias did, right? Elias went on. He's like good things about WWE to say to AEW fans, and then he found a list, and every week he's gonna say something. This week it was like, "Oh, see the Fiend thing. You know, it's not
The
supposed to
Fiend.
matter."
Yeah, the Fiend doesn't matter. The Fiend is just he's a supernatural attraction for the kids that come and they sit on his lap and then he burns them alive and it's great. The whole family goes home happy. They get a picture made and they put in the little travel book and everybody, little Joey, he's smoldering.
I got
but
burned.
he's
I
really
got burned
happy.
by. I got burned by the Fiend.
Yeah, I met the
Oh, man,
Fiend
that
and all
could-
I got was burnt skin. It was great.
I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I don't even know what to expect on this one.
I don't know where it's
anymore.
going, but I
Anyways,
support it. I support it.
yeah. Anyways, thank you for joining us. Follow us as always on our social media platforms on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram has Weekly Wrestling Heat, on Twitter _Wrestling Heat, and our Twitch channel Wrestling Heat TV. As always, from me, Matt and Moise, we are out. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.